Oh, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's well. Just uploaded a short, just showing a home shoulder workout. Thought I'd give that a try. I hope everyone's well. So, thank you for the like. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for joining me, whoever it is. Welcome in, everybody. Well, it's just one person, but welcome in, whoever it is. What has everybody been up to today? Oh, hello, Dokes. Oh, thank you. I don't know who you are, but okay. I guess you've watched me before. Yeah, just trying to be more positive and stuff, and a lot of it comes down to actually, taking responsibility. Sometimes we're down because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, then it's like only you can sort that out then, isn't it? Nobody's coming to save you, gotta save your own ass. So yeah, a lot of people have a bad attitude when it comes to things, and all right, oh yeah, what was your name before? Do I know you by any name or something? But yeah, I'm trying to just stay more positive and stuff, and just stay focused on what I'm doing, and yeah, I'm trying to not let things bother me and react and stuff, because I was reacting a lot, and it wasn't good for people to see that. It wasn't good for me really. Hello, Jaden. Hope you're well. Good evening to you. How you doing tonight? Hope all is well. So yeah. So there's all this thing about like this Dr. Mike, who turns out to just be he calls himself an exercise scientist because he got a friggin' PhD, and it's just turns out that yeah, it's been called into question, to say the least. Hit the like button, everybody. Yeah, it's just shit in it, because so many people are like looking up to him as some kind of guru, but I don't think he probably knows more than most people, and it seems like he's got this big ego, and that's probably partly fueled by steroids and stuff, where he thinks he's better than everybody else, and oh, I've got more knowledge than everyone. Hello, Pedro. Good to see you again. Hello, Vignesh. Hope you well. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you doing? I can't remember. I change it every now and again. Okay, fair enough. But welcome back anyway. But yeah, there's just a lot of these charlatans out there. They try and sort of use their qualification as some kind of, to get people to kind of think there's some kind of authority, when they probably don't know more than anybody else, really. You know. All right, take care, dog. See you again soon. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, don't go too much on the booze, If you, yeah, that's not, yeah. I don't. I actually don't drink at all myself, but each to their own. But like, I don't know. Just we gotta be careful with that stuff. That stuff can be nasty if you do it too much. Yeah, I mean, I think it ended up. It didn't really help my granddad at the end. He drank a lot of whiskey and stuff. So yeah, there's only so much that your body can deal with all that, really. But yeah. But anyway, I hope everyone's well tonight. Thank you for the likes. So just got to try and focus on your purpose, is what I was saying. What is your purpose? What are you here to do? What are you here to inspire? You're here to help. You're here to teach. What are you here to do? What is your mission here on earth? Because you need to figure that out. Otherwise, you're going to feel lost in life. If you don't feel like you're have some kind of mission or anything that is worthwhile, then That's probably one of the reasons why people get depressed, because they feel like they have no reason to get out of bed because they don't have a purpose. They don't have a why. Why should I bother? You know? Hi, Jerry Hughes. Hope you're well. How are you, Jerry Hughes? Nice to meet you. My name is Jerry from Belfast. How's my Northern Irish accent? The temperature is 48 degrees. So it is. Not really. You're all right, Jerry. How you doing? Hope you've had a good day today. What's everybody been up to today then? Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta not take life too seriously. I'm gonna play the jaw harp, I think. I haven't really done too much with it today, but I'm gonna just give it a bit of a go, eh? Hello, Chloe, hope you're well. Watch this, guys. We play the jaw harp. What do you think of that? Everybody, got 12 people in the house. Hello, how are you doing tonight, everybody? Hope you're all well. What you all been up to today, everybody? It's been out working out and stuff today. It's been great. You know, it's just I like to keep myself active and everything. So yeah. That's cool, right? Alright, how we doing, Julian? You okay? Hope everyone's well tonight. Hit that like button for me. Get this algorithm, push it out. Can you tell what I'm saying with this thing? I'm trying to like speak with it, but it's hard. Certain words I can't really say. It kind of reminds me of like ventriloquism, because like when you do ventriloquism, you can't move your mouth. So when I say the letter I can't really do that because the letter and the letter b and p, yeah, it's difficult, you know. So you have to learn to try and use something in place of that, but then it just, I don't know. Like when I say the letter She. Some say letter B, or not, let's say D or something instead of, I don't know, it wouldn't sound right though, I don't know. Like when I say like Deans instead of beans, like, huh? Beans, beans, Zine. I don't know, like how would I say veen, maybe veens. Maybe I'd say it like a V, I don't know. Veens. Beans on toast. Beans on toast. I don't know. I just had some beans on toast. I'm speaking like a ventriloquist, and I'm not moving my mouth. What about the letter N? Not moving my mouth. Not moving my mouth. I'd have to say letter N or something, I don't know. And not moving my mouth. I'm not moving my mouth. To say the letter N, I had to just say the letter N. I don't know. Hi, welcome in, Rafa. Hello, how are you doing tonight, Rafa? I hope you're doing okay. I'm trying to speak without moving my mouth. I have to use different letters instead to try and say the letter N. The letter M. I still have to move my mouth. Ma. So yeah, maybe someone has a tip on that, but maybe I could get into ventriloquism if I could master that. But yeah, say the letter N instead. I'm not moving my mouth. Yeah, I don't know, but I was just doing this thing. All right, take care, Pedro. Have a good one. Hope the rest of your day goes well. But yeah, it's just yeah, I need to learn how to do ventriloquism. What if I was trying to do a Donald Trump voice, and I want to be able to do a Donald Trump voice with ventriloquism. So I could have a Donald Trump. I could have a Donald Trump puppet, but I can't say the letter P because I have to move my mouth. So what am I going to do instead of the letter P to sound kind of like the letter P, but not completely, because only the letter P sounds like the letter P. Joe Biden's a puppet. Well, he was a puppet. They weren't doing a great job. I'm not a puppet. I'm for the people of America, even the radical left. I love you all, but there's only two genders. That is the truth. There's only two genders. All you woke radical left are so brainwashed. Anyway, sometimes you just have to kind of not take things too seriously, you know. Anyway, who's still in here then? What's going on? Hope everyone's had a good day anyway. Let's see how my short's doing. I put out a new short before, and yeah. Okay, so let's see how many views it's up to. Yeah, go check it out when you get a chance if you'd like. 355 views apparently, so yeah. I'll just see how that goes then. Yeah, what's up tonight, everybody? Yeah. Okay, I'll give it like a little bit of time, but see if anybody else shows up in the chat. So yeah, I hope everyone's had a good day anyway. I should probably like schedule my lives ahead of time so then people are ready. So yeah, so I get more people show up at the beginning. I don't know. Thank you for the like, whoever that was. I got 7 likes now. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's just hello, Lady Sky. Good to see you. How are you doing? You all right? I saw you on some live. Was it on Daisy May or something? I think. Could be wrong, but hello, Haley. Good to see you again. How are you doing? Good to see you all here. So yeah, I was trying to practice ventriloquism, but it's hard because certain letters you have to move your mouth to say them. So you have to learn to use a different letter instead to try and say that. Like the letter M, which I would use my mouth to say, would become like letter N. N. Like, I'm not moving my mouth now, am I? I don't know, it would just sound a bit odd. But, oh, it was in Yogi's chat, alright. This is my Yogi impression, you ready? Hey, I'm Eric McCarty, also known as just a yogi. I love meditation and mindfulness and breath work. I love oatmeal. I eat oatmeal every morning after my live stream. Oatmeal gives me slow release energy. I also add some blueberries. Blueberries are packed full of antioxidants. They are so wonderful. You should try it. Don't knock it till you try it. They are superfoods. Goodness. Anyway, hope everyone's well tonight. I'll come in. Yeah, hit that like button, everybody. Let's get to 10 likes real quick. Let's see if we can get 20 likes on here tonight. You had a good day. It's been all right. Yeah. I was trying to hop on these these wood pieces, whatever. And yeah, we was doing this thing on this park in Selby, and we was with Richard, and where he had an accident, remember? Because we were trying to hop on these things, and then he effed up and fell on the floor, and then, but that unfortunately didn't. He sort of wasn't that like. I remember he had some like issue with his foot or something around that time. Like he'd yeah, he had I think did he break it or something, or yeah. yeah, was a bit stupid doing that stuff, really. But you know, because it was like on an incline and then it went down, so it was like this kind of dangerous, really. Because it goes up kind of like high up and then it kind of drops down, and it's just like, you know, so if you fall off that, then you know you can have a pretty nasty fall. Like it's not really a good idea. It's like one of those. It could have been one of those "you've been framed" moments, you know. That's what comes to mind. Yeah, it's a shame no one was filming it. Eh? That would have been a that would have probably gotten on "You've Been Framed" or something. Yeah. Huh. Thank you for the 10 likes, everybody. All right, let's get to 20 likes. Oh yeah, there was somebody. I don't know if you've noticed. There's someone been coming to my lives called Opal, and at first I was like, "Hang on, is it that fucking bitch that was like coming to my lives like a while ago and just like trying to, I don't know, just like mess me around?" But it's not the same person, fortunately. Um, so yeah, that's good then. It's not the same person. If I was him, you guys, 100%, it would have been on video. Haha, yeah, definitely. Maybe it would have got £250 for that, eh? Yeah, I was in the live when she was in, and she said it was a different Opal. Yeah, yeah, not the same one, fortunately. She was a fucking bitch, you know. That's all I'm gonna say about her, you know. Just I can't be doing with people like that, you know. People trying to like gaslight you and shit, you know. Fuck off. Like she was. My thoughts are she was probably just like playing around and just messing around and just kind of getting a bunch of people to kind of get their hopes up. That's what they do. Some of these people. Yeah, I know. People will just like try and get someone's hopes up just to then knock them down. Like, I think it's because they're trying to get all this attention, like to then just drop you, just block you without any explanation, you know? She probably did that with a bunch of guys because thinking about it, she seemed to take ages to respond a lot of the time, which I'd say is probably like a red flag looking back. You know, if you take like super long and then it's like, you know, where they only seem to be replying at certain times, then there's probably something else going on there. You know? It all seemed a bit dodgy to me. And I don't know, it all seemed a bit just lies, probably. But at least I got out of that pretty quickly then. Yeah, definitely a red flag, you know? Because the thing is, if they're really into you, they'll want to talk to you a lot. Hello, Raton. How you doing? Hi, Emily. Welcome in. So, you know, if they're like being all silent and then trying to have you think that you're being clingy when it was them that in the first place that tried to kind of, it was just all kind of like, you know, it's just all these mind games and shit, and just because they want a bunch of guys to like simp, and then they can just, you know, it's all about power, I think is what it is, because then they can just have their choice and whatever, then, you know, they can just string a bunch of guys along, and then they can just kind of decide which one they want after that, while having to kind of break hearts of other people. It's just disgusting, really. You know, this is the problem of like, yeah, I'm not really into hunting, but it's just not right to be like stringing people along to then ghost them and block them or whatever. That's what a lot of people think they can just do nowadays. So yeah, it's likely that she just ended up like, you know, she was probably already talking to other people, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but why agree to meet and then block me? What is that about? Because this Opal person, this is not the other person I'm talking about. This is somebody else, right? Somebody that come onto my lives, and she actually lived like down south, and like, I mean, but it does still seem a bit like she was just trying to accuse me of being clingy or something, even though it was her at the start. She was trying to be all like, talk about things like saying that she could cook for me and all this shit. I'm like, so with her saying stuff like that, then it's like, well, she's kind of provoking that sort of, I think I'm clingy though, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just they then try and make you feel like there's something wrong with you. But it's like, well, why did you even try to, get me to talk to you then? Why get me to talk to you if you're gonna just end up thinking I'm clingy? If you, because I remember I said, I was just, it all came up in the chat where I said, unless you're like really mad for me, then I'm not interested. And then she come around saying, how do you know that I'm not? And that's where that whole thing started. But, I kind of made out, it's like, okay, well, if you're not that interested, then don't bother. But so if she was really not that interested, then why did she bother? I just think that, like, so sometimes even when you set out your boundaries and whatever and your expectations, and sometimes people will still try and use you or whatever and then discard you, even though I warned that I was not just going to be like threat as an option. You shouldn't be like threat as an option. If they just see you as an option, then forget it, then you're better off with somebody else. If you should be prioritized as like, you should be their number one priority in life, is that how I see it? If they do not prioritize you, fuck them. They're not like, I mean, just fuck them off, they're not that interested, then, unless you're not that interested. But then if you want to actually meet someone who, you're like, whatever you want to call it, soulmate or whatever, then, you got to find someone that's just as into you as you are to them, because otherwise you're just like wasting your time. You're just going to end up with your heart broken, feeling abandoned or whatever, Of course, there does need to be some space, and you have your own interests and whatever, but then too much is not good either, to the point where you feel abandoned and you feel like you're just being ignored or whatever, or just left behind or whatever. It's just not good. Anyway, but it is what it is. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to another topic, I guess. But how are we doing tonight? And anyway, people, hit that like button if you haven't already. But yeah, I don't even know how I managed to get through all that workout earlier. It was a pretty good session. Like, it was pretty intense, the speed that I went through it at. But I was just in the mindset of just like, I'm just going to power through this, try and get through it as quickly as I can. But yeah, I got to the part way through, and I was getting a bit tired, and I had to kind of have a little break, but then got straight back into it. It was mainly my like low back that was like giving out a bit after doing all the jump squats and stuff, but yeah, I'm feeling all right actually. Not really feeling like sore or anything. I don't usually feel very sore after workout unless I go super hard on a certain exercise, or if I've like worked on a muscle that isn't used to it, then I can feel sore then. But I think the meditation stuff's been helping actually, like, you know, getting to like say like yoga nidra meditation or whatever, and it just helps to like reduce the cortisol, helps to like help me with recovery, help to I think they even say it can help with like inflammation and stuff like that. How's it going, Mauser from Serbia? How you doing? Hope you're well. Good evening to you. So I found ways that I can, you know, improve my workout efficiency and all that kind of stuff, get better results. It helps me to be able to work out longer and harder more frequently. Hi, Carl. Good to see you. How you doing? You going live later? How come you started a new channel anyway? What's that about? Because you had a channel before that had like, what was it, 1,000 subs or whatever it were. But yeah, what's going on with that? Why have you started again? Is it just... Well, you seem to be getting a decent amount of people sometimes, it seems now, so that's good. I see a few people in your chat sometimes, so... Because I know you were a bit disappointed with things, weren't you? With like how things are going with your channel and stuff. But yeah, you're from Ireland and you like your planes and stuff, don't you? This is my Irish accent. My name is Carl and I'm from Dublin. Top of the morning to you. I got myself a can of Bulmers cider, whatever it is. I was called a 9-letter word on my live stream. 9-letter word. What's a 9-letter word? I'm not sure what that is. A 9-letter word. Maybe it's something that could come up on Countdown, eh? Countdown Conundrum. I'm just messing it, but yeah, it's not good when people call you names, is it? You know, P, and that. All right, okay, damn, that is yeah, it's not good, is it? That's not good. You're always gonna get people like that, though, you know. I've had names before and stuff. It's just, you know, just what happens sometimes on these platforms that you get these like trolls and stuff. It says more about them, really. Oh, thank you, ma'am. All right, ma'am, how you doing? Sorry, I had to like unblock you because for some reason people have been getting blocked, and yeah, celebrate their 20th super on a live stream. Oh yeah, so your 20th, is it? Yeah, sorry about that. It's just I had to unblock a bunch of people. I think someone's been doing it. I think it could be Runner Boy, but I don't know for certain. But someone's been... It seems like someone's been messing around with the moderator thing, and they've banned a bunch of people. But then some people are saying it could just be a glitch. I don't know. Thank you for the 11 likes. I'm doing fine, thank you. Just hope you're feeling better now, because I know you said you've been sick. I thought you'd just not been here because you've been sick and stuff, but... Because I was like, yeah, I was wondering that type, where have you been? I can't say certain things, like certain letters I can't really say. I was talking about like ventriloquism, like welcome to my live stream. I have to say, like, when I say letter M, I have to say letter N. Welcome to my live stream. It would sound wrong though. So I have to learn how to say letter M without saying the letter M, if you know what I mean. Because you have to move your mouth when you say letter M. Letter M, it's like M. Letter N, you don't. I don't know. It's like there's not really a way to make it sound like an M. It's gonna sound like an N. I don't know, but it is what it is. Thank you for the 12 likes. Let's get to 20 likes on this live. But yeah, I was looking forward to like having a catch up, but then you said that you've not been feeling up to it, something. So hopefully this weekend we can do that. It's always like when I'm looking forward to something and then it doesn't happen. Typical, isn't it? Oh well. Anybody else in here then? Hope you're all doing well tonight. Man, what has everybody been up to today? Thank you again, man. 99p. All right. I've been getting it. Yeah, I don't know if you saw my video. I shouted you out in the members video, the one I did last night. So yeah. So I thought I'd do that for like my members, do some shout out stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I'm okay, really. Okay, well, I'm glad you're all right, Haley, because I know you said with us, with all things considered that, yeah, I've been checking TT, right? Yeah, I've not really been on there much because just kind of had enough of it, really. I don't know. I think it's just because I'm just used to YouTube and stuff. It's just, I kind of prefer it on here. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know, really. It is what it is, but yeah. I might have to go live on there again at some point, but yeah, my agency will probably be wondering what happened to me, but yeah, I just haven't really bothered with it. It's just if I try and do two at once, it just gets a bit overwhelming, if I'm having to like go live on 2 different platforms. But I got some good news. I've got some like live stream that I'm going on Sunday is planned. So I don't know what happened, but it's apparently like I must have like suggested to someone to go on their live stream. And this is about like vegan diet and stuff and like to be interviewed about that, but I don't usually talk about that stuff on here, but it's just but yeah, someone's like they've like agreed to like have me on as like a guest to like interview them. So I tried to interview me, and that's been scheduled for Sunday, but I have to use Zoom or something. So I don't know why I have to use Zoom, but you have to then like download it. So I've tried downloading it on the device, but hopefully I can get it to work and I can get on the show, and I'll have to find out what questions are going to be first. So I'd rather kind of have some knowledge about that first. So I'm not just going in blind and then just having to answer a bunch of random questions that I have no idea what they're going to ask me or something. But they don't really have like a lot of following, but it'd be good to just get on and chat with somebody about this sort of stuff. But anyway, so I hope there's a lot of stuff on things like breaking down the stigmas and stuff like that and stereotypes and things like that, because there is a lot of like misinformation out there and stuff like that. So, but I can't really be bothered to try and argue with people and stuff. And it's just, everyone's going to have their own opinion, but it's like, sometimes people talk from like ignorance and like, they don't know what they're talking about. And, it's just, I just can't be doing with that. It's just tedious and it's just divisive, and yeah. So I don't really talk about diet on here, really. Or you're carnivore. I mean, okay, but I'm not really here to try and like convince people of doing things. It's just I don't think that's really the way to go. But oh, thank you, man. All right. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone else wants to help out as well. Maybe someone else can throw a super chat if you'd like. It's up to you, but every little helps, as I say on the Tesco advert, say. Yeah. But I've been blessed with some like good donations and things, so Yeah, we all right, everybody? Let's get to 20 likes. I'll give it a few more minutes to see if any more people join, but maybe I'll have to restart it. I don't know, but yeah. But one of the things I'm trying to do is practice gratitude and try to just appreciate everything that comes my way. Because it's not good if you're like, don't show appreciation and you just. Because I was saying about like my grandma's friend and how she would like give, like she'd put money in the cards for like Christmases and stuff. And she got to a point where she was sick of it because she weren't getting any thanks or anything. It's like, why bother showing kindness to those that don't appreciate it? They don't deserve it, really. I only go live Thursday with my managing moderators, right? Is that because they're not able to do it other days or something? Is that what it is? Or is it because you're not able to like mod your own chat and stuff and can get a bit chaotic, I guess? Depends how good you're dealing with it, but yeah. But yeah, so some people can get really like inappropriate in the chats and stuff, can't they? And it just ruins it, you know? So it's good to have moderation that can be relied upon in that case. Yeah, I hope everyone's well tonight anyway. Yeah, I'm blessed to have everybody here who you know, they're showing support, and whether it's just liking the live or whatever, even just being here, you know, and chatting and whatever. We got to not focus on, you know, what we don't have, because that's just a recipe for depression and low self-esteem and all that. Focus on building your empire, building up your skills, and you know. I do pop-up live stream at the weekend. All right, fair enough. Yeah. Do you have guests on ever, or just you? Tap up your screens, everybody. Thank you for the 13 likes, everyone. Nice one. Thank you very much, everybody, for all your support. It's so wonderful. It's so tremendous. You're all so tremendous people. You are all so fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, so how are we all doing tonight, people? Hope everyone's well. Any topics you like to talk about? Anything? Let me know. But yeah, we've got to stop like focusing on lack, scarcity, and all that, because that ain't going to help anybody, is it? You know. Anytime you focus on that, then you keep reinforcing these ideas in your mind, and then your mind looks for like confirmation of that thing, if you get me. So just remember that. Stop looking for, just like stop trying to confirm bad ideas and stuff. Start to reprogram your mind with, I'm abundant, I have everything I need, I am wealthy and all that. And what you need to do is just just focus on the skills and whatever you want to build up, and keep making progress. That will keep you on a positive mindset. Anyway, hit that like button, but if not, that's fine as well. But these workouts have been really intense and stuff, and just I've been enjoying it, and then I relax afterwards and just go into more of a like meditation kind of state. But the problem is, some people think of like meditation as this like thing where you think of nothing. They would actually talk about this in Yogi's Live, where it's like you can't just think of nothing. You can't not think at all. Like you have to think of something, whether that's your breath, whether it's all about being mindful. It's about being intent with like what you think, what your thoughts are, and decluttering your mind and not having all this stress going on and worries about the future and things like that. Grounding yourself in the present and focusing on that, because everything's fine. All this stuff that you worry about, it's probably just some kind of BS. All these fears that we have, most of the time it's not even going to happen anyway. So why are we worried about it? And even if it is, it's just, there's nothing we can do about it. Worrying about things ain't gonna help, is it? We just got to learn to accept whatever comes our way. Whether, it's just like, you just have to, deal with it. Anyway, who's still in here then? Is everybody okay tonight then? Hope everyone's well. I'll give it a few more minutes, I guess, but I've been on a while today, actually. I was doing some other live streams and stuff, but, Thank you for the 14 likes, everybody. Like I was saying, it's just be a good person. It doesn't cost you anything, Some people just don't seem to get it, do they? They'd rather just be not a very nice person instead of having to like be good, It's like, because being a good person, it requires being responsible and considering how your actions might affect other people. So so I don't know, but we're all right tonight, everybody. I'll probably get off in a sec. Alright, I might just make a video actually. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Alright, I'll see you all later. Bye for now.